Hello and welcome back to our time vlog. Today I have a very special guest for you. Today we have Penny Spencer with us. Welcome, Penny.
Thank you, Timo. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm actually so excited to have you on this vlog because obviously it all started with you. But before we go into a few details, we have a new icebreaker section so people get fun facts about you. And so just a very quick answer to my next 3-4 questions. I do start with, why did you choose in the travel industry?
My first flight was so exciting. I was about 8 years old, and I just was so excited about getting to a new destination. And I knew that travel was where I wanted to be, whether it be flying a plane, being an air hostess, or actually booking travel. I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Awesome. And your favorite holiday destination is?
Mexico. Absolutely love Mexico.
Mm.
Can't wait to get back.
The next question might actually already imply your answer from before. Once the international borders open, the first thing you are going to do?
Get on a plane to Mexico.
I thought so.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you,
Can't
Penny.
wait.
Yeah, me too. Probably not Mexico. I'll probably go back to see my family. Yeah, but still
Yeah,
can't wait.
yeah.
Awesome. Penny, we had our 10-year anniversary pretty much last year, or we're in the end of the 10-year time. If you think back about the very first intake, what makes you very proud of those last 10 years?
Look, I think we've we've come so far in those. Well, now it's 11 years, but that very first intake, I felt like a proud mother. It was, having all these graduates talking about how amazing it had been for them to go through the time program and how much they'd progressed. And that hasn't really changed over the last 11 years. People still talk about the confidence that they've got and the leadership skills that they've got. But when I look back to that very first one, my heart was so big. I just felt very, very proud of being able to give back to the industry, but also have people grow from having a mentor and grow in their career.
I think that's probably something that hasn't changed in the last year, but particular the COVID time, if you think about time and all the changes, what particular did we have to change over the last 12 months to be able to be up to date?
Yeah, well, we really did have to adapt. As soon as COVID hit, we had to really think about what are we going to do about time, because obviously the biggest part of time was networking, and that's always been something that I've been very adamant about. That's where you meet the people and help to grow your career. So obviously we couldn't network, so we started to look at online ways of doing things better online. So we obviously had some networking events online via Zoom, which was not ideal, but it still gave people access to other people that they wouldn't normally meet. And we had the workshops, which were once a week, and they were a great hit. People in lockdown, because you've got to remember, it wasn't just Sydney people watching the workshops, people in Melbourne and other areas, and they say that really got them through, just having that access to some knowledge through the time workshops.
Yeah, I've actually done a couple of the workshops myself when I was available, and I also found them very helpful because of the content, but also to have the other people, in the same chat room on the same Zoom call, just able to have some form of social normality. So I found it very, very helpful.
Yeah,
Penny,
important.
yeah, if you think about time in 10 years, what's your prediction? How will the program, how will the organization look like?
Well, I'd like us to be in Canada and Asia. So, we started obviously in Australia and pretty much Sydney. That's where we started. And now we're national within Australia. We've got state representatives in each state. We're now in New Zealand, which was amazing to be able to start time in New Zealand. So the next step for me would be, Canada. I think Canada is very like Australia. The travel industry is quite similar to the way that we do things in Australia. So, and I also know a lot of people in Canada who would be amazing mentors. So Canada and then Asia. So in 10 years, we'd just like to have some expansion globally.
That sounds extremely exciting. I'm not relocating though. I will definitely stay in Sydney. But more than happy to support for the next upcoming 10 years at least, and more,
Yeah,
hopefully, and more.
right. Thank you. And
Absolutely.
I think the other thing too is with that we can expand the mentors. You could have a mentor in Canada, but be in Melbourne. So,
Mm, And
obviously
yeah,
Zoom has allowed us to do that. That's come out of COVID.
that's true. I think that was actually a very positive change that we took on board very quickly. Um, and obviously, I think do very well. One question I ask everyone on this show: who should apply for the time program?
Well, look, I think the main thing is if you're in a particular point in your career where you don't quite know which way to go, whether it be I'm in hospitality, I want to be in aviation, or I'm a travel consultant, I want to become a team leader. Whatever that next step is for you, I think is when you really need to have someone that can transfer their knowledge that's been through those changes and sort of jumped up their career, and that's a mentor. So I think wherever you are in your career, that's when you're unsure of how to get there, what are the steps to take to get there, that's really when you need to come onto the time program, because that mentor will take you through that process. And it's not even necessarily about I want to be a travel consultant, and I'm a travel consultant, I'd like to be a team leader. It could even be around the fact that you just want to build your confidence. You want to be better at public speaking. You want to learn financial side of the business. You might be a sales director and not quite know how to read a P&L. So there's all sorts of different areas, but it's when you're feeling that you want that growth within your career.
Mm. And allow me to add on, I think all the skills you've mentioned are not particular necessarily only for travel, but also aviation. We have it for
Yeah,
hotels, like all the different subcategories within the whole tourism industry. Definitely have a benefit of joining the time program.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, Penny, so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. I do hope we have a networking event in Mexico soon. That would
Oh,
be
I love
absolutely amazing.
that.
And
Yep,
I will definitely make sure I'll be there then. Thank you for
yeah,
your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy. And once again, it's been so exciting. Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Thanks for having me.